Okay, this topic natin now is the facility flexibility of piping system. Dito yung expansion joints, especially for high temperature piping, hangers and support ng mga equipment. So ito lang i-discuss natin. Yung mga sa seismic, earthquake, uh, ano pa yung mga stresses is separate na yan. Okay? Huwag natin isama dito kasi hindi naman masyadong mechanical yan. So, sa picture, makita nyo yung pipe na merong expansion joint or bellows. Diba? Maraming klase yan. The purpose ng expansion joint is pag nag-increase yung temperature, itong sa gitna may movement. Mag-move. So, ito fix. Diba? Hindi siya matutulak. Ito tawag naman ito is mga anchor. So, normally sa structure yun. Okay. So, expansion loop for thermal expansion pipe of pipes. Unahin natin yan. So, ito yung conventional. Pag ganyan ang piping mo, double purpose, di ba? Makakadaan, tapos may expansion pa. Pipe expands when it's heated and contracted by cooling. Okay? Pag uminit siya, yung length niya mahaba. And contracted by cooling, so umiksi. So, regarding piping system design, the length fluctuation can lead to cost. Pinag-aralan nyo sa physics noon. Kahit sa technical materials din, di ba? So, ito yung basic equation niya. Ayaw bumaba. Ayan. So, yung values of coefficient of the linear thermal expansion, remember, mayroong volumetric, di ba? So, ito lang tayo sa linya. So, for the material, andito siya, cast iron, structural steel, wrought iron, iron alloys, iron carbon alloys, carbon oxygenated steel, duplex stainless steel, non-desulfurized carbon steel, and desulfurized carbon steel. So, this is the value. So, dagdagan nyo lang itong value nito ng 10 exponent negative 6. Ito naman in SI and in English units. So, this application shows how to calculate the length of loops for several types of expansion joint. Sample to. Sample L bend, change of direction. So, itong mga guide na to, yan ang guide na to ito is sliding, ito anchor is fixed. Diba? So, coefficient of linear thermal expansion for steel is 6.7 times 10 exponent negative 6. So wait. Okay, yan. So the length of longest expanding leg, L maximum is 100 feet. So kasi fixed to, so ito yung end niya. So yan mag-expand. So ito yung covered nung sa formula. Diba? Sa formula. So ito guide lang to. So initial temperature, T/V is equal to 52 Fahrenheit. So, install. Pagka-install mo, yan ang temperature na. Pag ang temperature is T50 Fahrenheit, kung may pumasok ng steam. Yan. So, outside diameter of pipe is 2.875 inch. Thermal expansion contraction of long leg, ito, so dalawa siya, di ba? Is the length guide to corner, W in the diagram is 6.2, ito pala. L expansion is alpha times T1 minus TO times L maximum is 6.7 times 10 is negative 6 times 352 minus 52 times 100 is equal to 0.2 feet. So yan ang expansion niya. So the length guide to corner W in the diagram is W is equal to 6.225 times the square root of L X times D5. Or 6.225 times 0.2 times 12 kasi in inches times 2.875 inches. So magiging feet. Okay? So W is equal to 16.35 feet. Okay, so 196.2 inch. So itong formula na to is ang L is in inches and D is in inches. So pag yung square root mo, lalabas feet. Okay? Yan ang equation niya. Note, this is in inches and this is in inches. So, lalabas na is in feet. Okay, then, yun ang magiging distansya mo. W and W, ibig sabihin, ito minimum length of expanding leg naman, minimum. Kasi ito yung mahaba, ito yung maigsi. So, ang distansya niya, lagyan mo siya ng guide dito. Ang guide na yan, tutulak doon, hindi siya may yung ang angle niya, di ba? Tinulak doon. Sa doon. So, ito na yung computed formula. So, may constant na siyang 6.225. This is in feet. Ang value mo nito is in inches. Okay? And then, C, bends, expansion, offset. Yung derivation niyan, so search na lang. Hindi naman tayo ating covered yun. Ito pa naman exponent na to. So, okay, ayan, exponent na. So, yung derivation nun, mayroong something na nag-cover niyan. Okay? So, length of longest expanding leg, Lmax is 100 feet. Yung maximum lang kinuha. So, ito. So, yun. Maximum. Length of initial temperature, 52 Fahrenheit. Final temperature, 350. Outside diameter of pipe, 2.875. So, the thermal expansion contraction of length is also the same. 6.7 times 1 times 1 negative 6. Plus 350 minus 52 times 100 is 0.2 feet. Okay? So, the length guide to corner nito, yan. So, ito yung applicable lang to sa drawing na to. So, W is equal to 4 times the square root of LEX times D5. In inches to, ang labas mo in feet. So, magiging 10.51 feet. So, 126.2 inches. Okay? May derivation yan. Check nyo na lang. So, U bench expansion loop. So, coefficient of linear thermal expansion still alpha is 6.7 times 10 point negative 6 inch per inch per degree Fahrenheit. So, yan. Ito naman yung drawing niya. Ito yung anchor to anchor. Then, 2HW. So, ito yung mga formula. So, the same length of longest expanding length. Ito is 100 feet. Initial temperature is T sub is equal to 52 Fahrenheit. Ito length. Ito. Yung total niya. Expanding length. Sinabi niya ito. Hindi yan sinabing lahat. Okay? So, outside diameter is 2.875. Thermal expansion contraction of long length is still 0.2 feet. Okay, so the length of expansion loop is W and H is equal to L. Loop is 6.225 times the square root of LX times D pipe is 6.35 feet. Ano yung length of expansion loop? Ito. The length of expansion loop is E to H plus W plus H. Ang H mo is 2W. Dito, di ba? So, 2W plus 2W plus W is 5. So, kaya yung W mo is so length of expansion loop divided by 5. Okay, so 196.2 over 5 is 39.24 inch. Ito. And H is equal to 2W is 2 times 39.24 is 78.48 inches. Yung H. Tapos ito naman, 2 times H. Diyan ka maglalagay ng guide. Okay. Yeah. So ito yung mga special course, special subject yung thermal expansion na. So, ito kasi derived na ito doon. So wala tayong subject na gano'n. Meron tayong mga vibration. Yeah. Meron tayo vibration engineering. So what is an expansion joint? So tapos tayo sa thermal expansion of pipe or expansion loop. Tawag lang dyan is expansion loop. This is now, next is the expansion joint. So, unjoint yung dugtungan. Expansion loop, simple yung mahabang piping niya. Okay, costly. Okay. So, ito naman, may costly saka spacious. So, ito naman, expansion joint. So, compact siya. So, there are other terms in use for expansion joints such as expansion bellows. Yan, yung bellows yan. Flexible joints and compensators. So, flexible joints, maraming klase rin yun. Diba? Minsan, mga maliliit yung pang maliliit. Pang malaki, expansion bellows. A typical expansion joint is comprised of one or more metal bellows, most commonly stainless steel, or from materials such as rubber, plastic, or plastic such as PTFE, Teflon. Yan. While materials such as rubber, plastic, and fabric have their limitation, metal is the most versatile of all materials. Kaya tayo mag-concentrate. So metals are suitable for use at high temperature, have high strength properties, and are resistant to corrosion. So pag mga selection ng mga parts, so tingnan nyo lagi yung pressure saka temperature. Kasi baka kaya nga ng pressure, ang taas ng temperature, so hindi rin uubra. Kahit nga sa pump, pero high temperature pump, hindi ka basta-basta bumili ng pump, ginamit mo sa mainit na tubig, hot water, pinadaan mo sa pump, so sira ang, minsan di kaya ng seal. Okay? Mga parts niya. So, metal expansion joints are designed to safely absorb the dimensional changes of the steel pipe system and ducts. So, ducts, meron ding expansion joint. These changes could be heat-induced expansion and contraction, vibration caused by rotating machinery, pressure deformation, misalignment during installation, or building settlement. Yan. Di lang thermal expansion ang purpose ng expansion joint, pati yung sa vibration. Okay? Kasi yung flexibility. So more on piping tayo, yung ducting, madali lang ha. So the main element of expansion joint is the bellows. Dito sa, yan. The bellows are made up series of convolution, yung mga korba-korba, with the shape of the convolution designed to withstand the internal pressure of the system, but flexible enough to accept axial, lateral, and angular deflection. Yan, klase niya. Expansion joints are considered as very important component of a complete pipe system and are widely used particularly in industries where thermal expansion and pipe system occurs. Expansion joints also offer the advantage of reducing stresses in pipe system generated by thermal expansion and reduce pipe loads at connection to sensitive equipment such as pump and steam turbines. So, na-reduce na yung load. So, yung through vibration, na-reduce na rin. Taken together, this act to prolong the service life of pipe system and reduce the risk of their downtime for additional maintenance and repair. So, yan. Yung equipment mo pa nagbabibrate, so dito na damay. So, may konti mang vibration, dito naman na-absorb naman niya. Okay? Kahit yung mga, yung thermal expansion din. So, engineers and pipe designers routinely incorporate expansion joints in the pipe system as expansion joints add flexibility into the design and reduce cost for removing the complexity of fixed point. Fixed point in mga supports, guides, and reduces the overall space requirements for the pipe system. Further, expansion joints are more effective than alternatives such as pipe bends and pipe loops. Yan, di ba? Due to their greater ability to conserve space, yan. Their economic efficiency, and better performance in absorbing larger movement. The advantages are the simple in design and function, space reduction, weight reduction, cost reduction, reduce engineering design and design complexity to piping system, better flexibility for piping layout, reliable and proven in the field. Kaya matagal na tayong gumagamit ng mga expansion joint. So what are the types? Expansion joints come in a wide variety of designs. So some of them are standard and some are customized as per client requirements. So although their design may vary significantly, all expansion joints are nevertheless composed from some of the following components, all with one or more specific functionalities. Bellows, welding ends. Welding ends, ito yung doon ka magwe-welding. Okay. Flanges, kung, kung may flanges na, wala ka ng welding ends. Okay. Hinges, tie rods, spherical washer, wire mesh, insulation, inner sleeve, external cover, elbow and ring reinforcement, equalizing ring. So yan mga parts. So applications niya, steel expansion joints are important component in many industries and are used extensively and among others. So energy sectors, and in power plant, nuclear power plant, district heating pipe system, etc. So for the steel plant, merong chemical industry, oil refineries, pumping station, and oil rigs. Chemical industry sa asphalt manufacturers, ang taas ng temperature doon. Process industries, so sugar factories, etc. Exosystem and engines. Yan, makita sa mga generator, diba, meron siyang expansion joint doon. Lagi. Lagi at dapat. Pero minsan, yung mga natin dito, wala lalagay, di ba? So, maliliit, basta lang kinakabit nila. So, okay lang yan kasi na-expose naman. Pero pag naka-connect na yan sa wall, dumaan sa wall, kailangan mo ng passenger. So, pulp and paper industries, LNG and LPG tankers, material system, meron yan. So, expansion joints are often installed in boilers, heat exchangers, pump, turbine, condenser engines, and in long pipe system or pipe ducts. So, ito yung mga application niya. FCCU plant. FCCU. Expansion joints are of a vital part in many industries and plants. So, ito yung mga application ng expansion joint sa FCCU fuel combustion. Yan na tayo. So, FCCU plant. So, steel plant. Meron tayong blast furnace. Sa application na tayo, hindi ko na-explain sa inyo itong mga process na yan. So, kaya nyo lang maghanap niyan. Combined cycle power plant. LNG, LPG carrier. And conventional power plant. Then, ship. Okay. Yan yung mga application niya. So, now, expansion joints versus alternative flexible solution. So, ito yung expansion joint, ito yung mga alternative. So, for the absorption of moment in pipe system, the pipe designer can choose between installation of expansion joint or other flexible solutions such as pipe loops. Pipe loops also allow movements of pipe system, but only in the axial direction of the pipe system. So, yeah. Pipe loops require more materials such as pipe beds, pipe support, insulation, and NDT. What's NDT? Non-destructive testing. Furthermore, pipe loop consume a lot more space and can generate greater pressure loss dahil si mga bend. Diba? Due to this, installation of expansion joint is considered as a reliable and cost-effective alternative to the use of pipe. The use of expansion joint ensures less material consumption, greater space saving with the reduced number and complexity of fixed point and guides. Further, it requires less labor input, such as those for welding and NDT. Additionally, the selection of expansion joint eliminates the bending instances in the pipe system, which could cause a failure crack of the system. The appropriate type can absorb movement in the several planes and is maintenance-free. Further, a replacement of worn-out unit is easier and more efficient in terms of downtime and cost than replacing a complete pipe loop. And burst pipe loop requires a strong fixed point, which can obtain the full pressure thus bearing. Kaya ang sinasabi natin fixed point dito pa, ano ba yung fixed point? Ito yung mga anchor o yung mga support na yan, yung nga, fix. Yung gumagalaw yung pipe, nauusong tawag doon is guides. Now, the advantage of expansion joint versus pipe loops increases with larger pipe sizes, DN, or nominal pipe, and increased pipe thickness, which is further explained in the table. So, ito, comparison pa lang ito. Itong space, pipe loop, siyempre, space, kailangan mo ng 2.1.5 sa 4 inches sa 5 inches to 0. So, ayan, check nyo na lang yan. Okay? Ano yung i-compare nyo yan. So, hindi lang one time tayo nag-lecture, kailangan pagkatapos ito, kumbaga back-read, reviewin nyo yung lecture ulit, ulitin nyo ulit, di ba? Okay? So, in this table, an expansion joint is compared against a pipe loop. So, the table shows that a DN expansion joint is generally approximately 37% cheaper than a pipe loop of the same size. If the pipe size is DN400, an expansion joint solution is approximately 82% cheaper than a pipe loop. So the data is calculated on the basis of this dimension, PN10, EN 1.003 over ST standard to welding end. Thermal expansion is negative 0 plus 50 mm. So yan ang comparison. Diba? So di ba pag nanonood ka ng pelikula, pag uwi ng ano, ulitin nyo ulit. Kung ano man nakita nyo sa YouTube, ulitin nyo ulit. Kaya alam madami ang kita nila dahil yung pinapanood nyo paulit-ulit. So dito sa lecture, dapat paulit-ulit eh. So, mas malaki kitain nyo dito. Kayo ang kikita dito, pag inulit-ulit, hindi sila. Yung mga sa YouTube. So next, pressure loss is significantly lower when installing an expansion joint rather than a pipe loop. Price index. Price index is based on material and working hours. Areas marked with asterisk, ito, are not part of the price index. Okay, please note that both solution will have extra costs such as extra cost for support guides. Support or guides, itong support, ito yung fixed point for pipe loop and for stronger fixed point for expansion joint respectively. Yan. Price index yung price comparison niya. Yan. Ito yung price index mo is 1.0 or 100%. So ito yung reduce. Ito yung price index na base dito sa pipe loop, that is 0.63. Yung price nito is price na expansion is 0.63 times ng price ng sa pipe loop. Ito naman is 0.18 times ng price sa pipe loop. Kaya yan ang ibig sabihin ng price index. Movements. So marami tayong movements dito. Axial, lateral, saka yung combined yata. Axial movement is the movement of bellows in the direction of longitudinal axis. Dito lang. X-axis lang. Okay? Yan, nakita nyo ng hidden line. This movement can be compressive, where the bellows shortens in length, or extensive, where the bellows extends in length. In majority of applications, the expansion joint is deemed necessary because of the increasing temperature of the pipe system. The expansion joint is fitted in pipe system and installed between two fixed point anchors. The extension of the pipe is compensated by the compression of the bellows. So doon na pupunta. In some cases, typical cryogenic and chill water surfaces, the pipe system contract in service causing the expansion joint to extend in length. Sinabi ko kanina, for high temperature. Also, applicable ito sa very low temperature, saka low temperature, kasi nga yung normal mo is ambient, normal temperature is ambient lang. So pag kinabutan mo ng chill water, so magkakaroon siya ng reduction. Kasi matamig yun. So, lalo pag cryogenic na. So, malaki na ang contraction in length. Thermal expansion of the pipe system result in an axial compression of the installed expansion joint. The specification for expansion joint should always state the movement as they affect the expansion joint and not those generated by the system. So, specification, ingat kayo kasi kukumputin nyo yun. Pag na-compute mo na, select kayo ng expansion joint. Hindi basta-basta maglagay. Okay? Tapos kulang pala. So, mali pa rin. Dadagdag ka na naman. Lateral movement. So, yan. So, yung fixed yung X mo, ito naman gumagalaw. Diba? Yung Y. Ito yung original niya. Gumalaw siya. So, nagpa-bend siya. Lateral movement is movement perpendicular to the bellows longitudinal axis. It is a shearing movement of the bellows with one end offset from the other, usually with the ends of the bellows remaining parallel to each other. A single bellows expansion joint working with a shearing action can accept a relatively limited amount of lateral movement, especially when the low characteristic of the system demands that an inner sleeve is necessary. For larger lateral movement capability, it is usual to utilize a twin bellow arrangement with an intermediate pipe between the bellows. The expansion joint lateral movement is taken up by an angular rotation of the bellows in opposite direction. So, may dalawa kang bellows yan. Tapos may pipe sa gitna. Alam mo na yung series mo siya. So, dito pagtototal na lang yung lateral movement. The amount of lateral movement available depends on the rotational movement capacity of each bellows and the distance between them. Increasing the distance between the bellows increases the lateral movement capability of the expansion joint proportionately. Yeah. Lateral movement can be applied in more than one place. In such cases, it is important that the expansion joint designer is made aware of the total lateral movement to be applied. Combination na. Okay? Next, the angular. So, wala. Angular movement. Ito, yan. Nagbe-bend siya, di ba? Kita mo yung puti niya, tapos nagbe-bend siya. Tawag yung angular. Ito, mag-move siya. Ito, horizontal pa rin siya. Okay? Lateral yan. The angular moment is the rotation of the bellows longitudinal axis at one and relative to the other. The axis of rotation is taken at exactly the midpoint of the joint and perpendicular to the longitudinal axis. Expansion joint using angular movement to control pipe system expansion are almost always used in pairs, sometimes combined as part of a twin bellow unit and sometimes in sets of 2 or 3 in pinned restrained expansion joint. So the intelligent use of the angular capability of the bellows can be enabled a large amount of movement to be absorbed. In particular, pinned units used in 2-pin, 3-pin arrangement can convert pipe growth into angular rotation and control the expansion from 2 directions and in 2 planes. It is important not to confuse angular rotation with torsion. Torsion is a twisting rotational movement around the longitudinal axis. It generates undesirable shear forces within the bellows, and its influence on the bellows should always be avoided. Okay, so ibig sabihin ng pin, wrist, and expansion joint, yung one side ng ang expansion joint, bawat to, hindi gumagalaw. Ito lang ang gagalaw dito lang. So wrist support, sa kontrolado. Then, ikupump ito. Then, lagi siyang kasama dito sa angular, sa expansion joint na may angular movement. Para ma-control mo yung expansion. Diba? Isa expansion mo puro sa horizontal, so pwede ka mag-vertical or pa-side. So, ikaw na bala sa sa designer na yon o sa actual installation na yan. Okay? Ano kailangan mong expansion. So, discuss natin yung actual expansion joint. Axial expansion joints are designed to absorb axial movement, extension, and compression in its longitudinal axial direction. So the thermal expansion of a straight pipeline between 2 fixed points can be absorbed by axial expansion joint with a relatively compact built-in length. This offers a simple and cost-effective solution in terms of movement compensation. So axial expansion joints can be equipped with all kinds of connectors such as welding ends or welded or loose rotated ball flanges. For the application, having the ability to compensate for axial movement and with its simple and compact overall dimension, axial expansion joints are very widely used within a range of application. So they are especially common in long pipe fans, examples of which include exhaust system and ventilation and flue gas system, district heating, steam, oil, and gas pipe system. Axial movement. Axial movement is considered as an elongation or compression of pipe system in its longitudinal axis, meaning that in the process of absorbing the movements, the overall length of expansion joint will either extend or compress. Axial expansion joints, which are designed to absorb large movement, can contain one, two, or several bellows in one unit, and larger movements can also be viewed by pretensioning or by installing several expansion joints in the pump section. So depending on the nominal diameter and length, axial expansion joints have the ability to absorb minor lateral and angular deflection and installation tolerances. However, it is recommended the utilization should be limited to its main function. Otherwise, its service life may be negatively impaired. So definitions, axial moment is shown as delta x and stated in millimeters or in inches kung is English. Compression and elongation as indicated is negative and positive. Advantages, simple solution for compensation of temperature fluctuation. No change in flow yan, flow.